What's up, guys? I'm going to do another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and in this video we're going to be going over the December 3rd patch notes for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So we're going to be talking about multiple platforms on this one. So we're going to talk about PS4 and Xbox One, then we'll talk about PC in a little bit. So this is update 1.08. It is a total of 14 gigabytes on PlayStation and 22 on Xbox One. And then, like I said, we'll talk about PC specific stuff in a little bit, but Treyarch says, quote, today's 1.08 title update is all about gameplay and stability improvements across all three modes, as we set the stage for an even bigger update next week. Stay tuned for the intel on everything new coming soon to multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout. In multiplayer, we've implemented a round of stability updates for a smoother online experience, including fixes for crashes related to specific modes, score streaks, and specialists that could affect players at various points in multiplayer matches. We've also adjusted hardpoint spawns, tweaked the care package and Hellstorm score streaks, updated CWL custom game rules, addressed various challenge issues, and more. And then they also said, we've added a host of stability improvements in zombies to prepare for next week's big update, including new crash fixes specific to each map and additional fixes across the board. Stay tuned for more information on what's in store for Black Ops 4 Zombies experience starting next week. And for our Blackout players, prepare for big changes coming to the game starting next week. We've got an extensive set of features, events, and more surprises planned for the future of Blackout, and we're excited to share more details on everything coming in our next update in a dedicated post later this week. In the meantime, we've added an enemy calling card, emblem, and echelon information to the player HUD and kill cams in today's update, and we're bringing the new Zombies Origins character missions and the Blightfather event to our Xbox One and PC players tomorrow. So here is the official patch notes for 1.08. For multiplayer, they have stability improvements, hardpoint spawn adjustments, care package and Hellstorm adjustments, player identity HUD updates, challenge fixes, CWL custom game updates, and a bunch of miscellaneous gameplay fixes. For zombies, they have stability improvements across all maps and Dark Ops challenge adjustments. For Blackout, they have a kill cam and HUD identity updates. And then these are some specific ones for PC and Xbox One, and they're going to have different PC exclusive changes later. So for multiplayer, they did spawn adjustments for hardpoint, added calling card and emblem for enemies killed to the player HUD, stability improvements, so when a UAV was active while another player was joining the match, when a player disconnected during a Hellstorm strike, when a seeker attacked a player in certain situations, when Firebreak's reactor core killed the player that was disconnecting, and kill confirm when collecting the tag of a disconnected player, and safeguard when the robot was shut down in certain situations, and during the specialist draft when another player disconnected. So for the score streaks, the care package, they improved the care package landing physics and addressed issues with the care package getting stuck and being flung off the map. And the Hellstorm, they addressed an issue that would allow the Hellstorm to lock onto targets that were under roofs and not reachable by the missile. So for challenges, they changed the 100%er challenge, so it will now properly unlock in the calling cards menu once earned. The Bring the Pain calling card, the kills with the dual wield SOG 9mm now practically track towards this challenge, and the Got Rocks challenge, vehicle destructions now properly track towards this challenge. So for CWL custom games, Sensor Dart is no longer restricted, the Helion Salvo launcher is no longer restricted, Torque is no longer restricted, Spawn Select is now disabled, players will now spectate other players instead of their own death position in CWL Hardpoint, and for the gear, the Stim Shot will now be fully charged on respawn. And some miscellaneous changes. They addressed an issue where the player's class could change mid-game if the created class menu was not closed prior to spawning. And they addressed an issue where gestures would get stuck in a loop and cannot be interrupted by the player. So now on to zombies ones. So there's a whole bunch of zombies specific fixes and stuff. And so typically when it comes to fixes like this for, like, say, zombies, I don't go over like every little change, because a lot of these things are things you guys are never going to really care about. They're just things that like potentially could happen. So just because something like this, so I'll give an example here. So they say they fixed a crash that could occur in rare instances when triggering Winter's Wail. So obviously this wouldn't happen every single time, so it's not like this is like a game-breaking glitch or anything like that, but it's just something that may happen every once in a while, and so they've resolved that. So that's why I don't really go over all these, is because they're not typically extremely important. So unless it's like a huge game-breaking glitch, I'm not going to bring too much attention to it. So that's what I'm going to say about the stability updates for zombies, though. They also did a miscellaneous change, so they moved one of the Dark Ops master calling cards to the correct tab And now into Blackout, they added calling card, emblem, and echelon for killed enemies to the player HUD, and added enemy calling card, emblem, and echelon to the kill cam. And then they did a bunch of stability updates for just Black Ops 4 in general. So they fixed a crash that could occur during Torque's combat training in Specialist Headquarters when an enemy was entangled in the razor wire. And they fixed a crash that occurred during Ajax combat training in the Specialist HQ when killing an enemy in certain situations. So we're also going to go over the December 4th update. So they say that today's update delivers our PC 1.08 title update featuring PC exclusive changes, as well as the debut of TDM 85 in the multiplayer featured category, Zombies Origins character missions, and the return of the Blightfather event in Blackout on Xbox One and PC, and additional bug fixes. Though we originally planned to introduce Chaos Control in the featured category this week, we've made the call to swap it out for Chaos Domination while we make some final tweaks. So they said that they're also aware of an issue with aim assist and Deadshot Dealer not working as intended in Zombies, and they're continuing to work on a solution for players that are reporting with Blackout death stashes. And they will say that they will release a fix for both issues once they've tested them properly. And they want to thank everybody for their patience. So the summary of today's update for December 4th, though, is that the PC 1.08 title update is now out on PC. So that includes the new mantle option. TDM 85 is now here, along with Chaos Domination and Safeguard on all platforms in the featured category. Zombies Origins character missions are in Blackout on Xbox One and PC. The Blightfather event in Zombies, or in Blackout, on Xbox One and PC. And a bunch of miscellaneous bug fixes in multiplayer, Blackout, and Zombies. So for all platforms for multiplayer, they added TDM 85, so that's Team Deathmatch with a score limit of 85 as opposed to 75. Safeguard was added as a featured playlist, and Xbox One and PS4 remains in the featured category on PS4. And Chaos Domination was added to the featured category. So in Chaos Domination, zone capture time has been reduced to 3 seconds, the round score limit has been increased to 150, and the match score limit has been increased to 300. So for Hardcore Kill Confirmed, it was added to the featured category, and so was Control was added to the featured category. So miscellaneous changes, they addressed an issue where the game could freeze when a player inspected their player calling card immediately after entering the lobby. Zombies, they addressed an issue that prevented players from equipping war paints. For Blackout, they addressed an issue that could cause players to receive an error after pressing the deploy button in the Blackout lobby. And for General, they did a stability update that could fix a crash that could occur if the player lost internet connection or disconnected. So for Xbox and PC, the character missions are now available. So Zombies Origins character missions, and that's Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen, are available to find and complete. So this is really awesome. They're available on PlayStation last week. And the Blightfather event has been enabled in all playlists. So that's really exciting there. And they also did another change where they reduced the health of the Blightfather in solos and duos. That'll make it easier for you to actually kill the Blightfather when you're playing solos or duos. That way it's not incredibly hard to kill, because a lot of times what happens is if you're playing say duos, is that someone else, another team, would come over and would kill the Blightfather. You would damage the Blightfather a whole lot and get it almost down to to being dead, and then another team would come and wipe you and then kill the Blightfather right after. So they reduced the health of it in solos and duos to make it a little bit easier, since you don't have 4 players. But now on to PC only specific changes. So these changes are live on PC, and they are part of the 1.08 update. So they did a change to the mantle. So they added an option to change jump/mantle keybind to only mantle on the second press. For created class, they addressed an issue that caused the left navigation arrow to be missing for custom classes, and they fixed a graphical issue that could cause black or white squares to display. And they fixed an issue where the wrong static reflection could cause some surfaces to appear with improper lighting. They also did some changes to multiplayer, so for some specific maps. So they temporarily replaced Seaside Sunset and Firing Range Night with standard daytime versions in the map rotation to accommodate playlist updates. These night map variants will be reintroduced in a future update. And then they also temporarily replaced Seaside Sunset. And so that's it for multiplayer. And we're also going to go over the December 5th update. So this update was minor game fixes and updates and fixes today, as they say that they prep for CWL Vegas this weekend and next week's big update on December 11th. So this is all what's new on all platforms today, plus additional zombie fixes on PC. So they say that they have improved K9 unit pathing. They have RCXD and dart targeting updates, a zombie update for aim assist and Deadshot Dealer, CWL custom game fixes. They also have challenge fixes for Got Rocks and Bring the Pain, stability fixes and multiplayer and zombies, and the Specialist HQ, and zombie fixes for cutscene skipping and Bowie Knife Prestige on PC. So For multiplayer on all platforms, they updated Nomad's K9 unit AI to address an issue that prevented Juno from pathing to enemies under certain circumstances. Score streaks, the RCXD, the targeting diamond now only displays enemies in line of sight. The Dart, the targeting diamond now only displays enemies in the line of sight. Challenges, the Bring the Pain challenge now properly tracks EKAs with operator mods on the SOG 9mm, MOG 12, Mozu, and the VKM 750. CWL custom games, they fixed an issue with displaying friendly name and health UI after the player died in the first round of CWL Search and Destroy, and they closed an exploit that could allow players to spectate the enemy team while playing CWL Control. And stability, they fixed a crash that could occur when loading a custom game with bots and custom classes disabled. For zombies, a gameplay change that they made is they addressed an issue where aim assist and deadshot dealer were not functioning properly for players who were not the host. So they did a stability update where they fixed a crash that could occur when activating DEFCON switches in classified. And then for zombies, for general challenges, the Got Rocks challenge now properly tracks launcher kills in Blackout and zombies and should restore progress that has been lost since this week's 1.08 update. And for the Specialist Headquarters, they fixed a crash that could occur during Ajax combat training. So that's really awesome as well. And then they made 2 specific changes to PC this week for zombies. And so for zombies, they did 2 miscellaneous changes. They restored the ability to skip the zombies cutscene on PC, and players on PC can now prestige the Bowie knife in zombies. So that's really great. Also, one thing I want to point out lastly in this video, though, is that the first Zombies DLC map has been leaked, and you can check out the subreddit r/blackops4 or r/COD Zombies or other places to see the leaked images. I'm not going to post them in this video, but yeah, that is the update. It was a pretty big update as they kind of prepare for next week. I'm excited for that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know you guys' thoughts are down in the comments down below about this. What other things do you think Treyarch needs to change and improve with Black Ops 4? If you guys want to read through any of these things, I always have the links to all the sources down in the description, so you guys can check that out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.